Hello. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you can hear me okay. Um, so I'm going to do something a little different today, which is what I'm going to do a brief intro for people who have never seen one of these, just because I get a few questions over and over. So my name is Kristen. The reason that I'm making videos about rolling 72s is it is how I lost most of the weight that I lost. I did I keep saying I'm going to look it up. I don't remember. I think I did 20 of these back to back, and then I switched to 3 and 4 days. So I did a lot of these. The rolling 72s work. What is rolling 72s? It's when you do back to back 72-hour fast. So you eat a meal, you fast for 3 days, and then you eat a meal, and then you fast for 3 days, and then you keep doing that until you've lost all hope. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh shit, my fat is gone. So that's what rolling 72s are. So um, I just got this question today from Carlos. Hello, Carlos. He said that he really wanted to do 72s. It really wasn't a question. He basically just said, I did 24 and I bailed. So this is pretty common. The thing about 72s is, okay, it's an advanced fasting move. I know that if you're a big fan of Cole Robinson, then you probably have been told to drop everything and do a 72 just cold turkey. I don't tell people to do that. In the beginning, I didn't tell people to do that because I didn't do that, and I don't want to tell you to do something that I have not done. But now I tell you don't do that because I have a lot of experience with coaching people, and when people do that, they tend to fail. Here's the secret. Here's the one thing that if you do this, you are way more likely to get through a 72, even if it's your first one. And that is you build up. Okay. So you start by getting into ketosis. This is the one actually, you can't skip this step. Even if you skip building up the fast, you really need to be in ketosis first, or you're going to have a really bad time. So what does it mean to be in ketosis? Well, it means that your body is burning fat instead of sugar. When you cut carbs, you stop being a glucose burning machine and you become a fat burning machine. You're burning the fat that you eat. Okay. When you remove the fat that you eat, then your body can easily switch over to burning your own fat. So that's why it makes it so much easier when you get into ketosis first. Then when you pull the food, your body finds it really easy to burn your fat because it's already been burning fat in the food that you eat. Whereas if you go straight from glucose to fasting, you're going to have a really bad time. It's going to hurt to get into ketosis through fasting. So, my opinion, you get into ketosis first. If you want to know if you're in ketosis, you can buy strips on Amazon. They're really cheap. You want to get into the dark purple before you start fasting, or at least like the reddish purple. So then once you do that, I would say that you need to do some shorter fasts first, because willpower, particularly the fasting willpower, like the learning how to be hungry willpower, is like a muscle and you have to build it up. So, sorry, you just made me laugh and then I coughed up some phlegm. I'm like getting the last of the disgusting shit out of my lungs. Facebook user, I can't see this person's name. Hey, gorgeous lady, I fucked up with a glass of wine last night. I don't know who that is, but it happens. Um, it happens. So it's just like I was telling Carlos, who tried to do 72 and bailed. You haven't failed until you've just given up and stopped trying. So you haven't failed. You're just not quite where you want to be yet, right? So after you get into ketosis, depending on how much you're currently eating or what window you're currently eating in, just start fasting longer. So if you're already intermittent fasting, do a 24, right? Do a few of them. It'll start to get easy. Then you can do a 48. That will start to get easy. Then you can do a 72 and you'll be like, oh, this is hard, but then that will get easy. So you just build up. Okay. So start with ketosis. That is essential. That's essential. And then just build up your fasting. Oh, hey, Emma. Cool. Yes. So, a glass of wine, I mean, especially if it was like a red wine and not like a sweet red, it's not that bad. Don't worry about it. Alcohol, problem with alcohol is you have to burn it before you can burn sugar and then before you can burn fat. So it's like alcohol, then sugar, then, so it's like, it's not great for weight loss, but a glass of wine is not that big of a deal, especially on a 72-hour fast. So now you know that you need to get in ketosis and build up. So then what else do you need to do before you start? Okay, well, here's a few tips that you can do. Like I'm always saying, um, get a pen and paper. Even if you have an app, get a pen and paper, write down your weight every day. Even on the days that you refeed, you'll be able to see your refeed bump and not freak out about it. Refeed bump is, you fast, 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 and then the day you eat, the next day your weight will be up just a little, but it's okay. It's going to come back down. Keep your refeeds low carb. That is going to help you be successful. The more that you cheat on your refeeds, the more it's going to be, you're going to start to feel. The reason why it's problematic to eat a bunch of trash on 72s, people think, oh, I'm only eating once every 72 hours. I can eat a bunch of trash. Well, the problem is that, especially if you're a hard loser like me, you end up not losing that much weight. And then it feels really, really disheartening that you are fasting 3 days at a time over and over and you're not losing that much weight. So you may as well just keep your refeed nice and low carb, because you are going to be so hungry that even that salad and meat is going to taste really, really good. I mean, trust me, you're not going to feel deprived. You're going to be like, yeah, salad. Let me last night. I was like, fuck yeah, salad. Okay, so writing everything down, super helpful. Plan your meals. Know exactly what you're going to eat, exactly how much, and exactly when. Plan it. Keep that control. And then you won't be as tempted to like eat for a really long time or overeat. Keep your refeeds to 1 or 2 hours. 2 hours only necessary for people who have like gastric bypass, or they just have difficulty eating a lot at once. Jimmy says, hi, lost another 15 pounds since January 1st. Hell yeah. I'm extremely glad I joined your program and your Patreon. I'm glad you joined too. Jimmy has lost a lot of weight on Carnivore and then he stalled. This is a well-kept secret. Carnivores gatekeep this pretty hard. I was one of them. I started Carnivore in 2010. I was Carnivore strictly, I would say about 75 to 80% of that time. I was very strict Carnivore. And I was keto most of that time if I wasn't Carnivore. Like the most I ever went off plan was to do like gluten-free, but still low carb. 10 years of that, and I still never got below 220 pounds. I'm 5'7". And in the carnivore community, they gaslight you and they tell you, oh, you're just not eating enough, or you, they just tell you to keep doing it. Just keep eating lots and lots of meat. Maybe you need to eat more meat. And they tell you not to fast. In fact, if I use the word fast in the Zeroing In on Health group, which I was like a founding member of, I joined the freaking forum before, when Facebook barely existed. I was on Zeroing In on Health and like 2009. And then I actually started Carnivore in 2010. But yeah, if I go in that group, if I say the word fast, then a moderator pops up and is like, you can't say that. And they delete my comment. So why don't they want you to know about fasting? Well, because they have their whole message about meat. It's all about meat, 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 meat. And it's so shitty because they have always complained about, oh, mainstream nutrition ostracizes us and gaslights us. Now they're doing the same thing to people who fast. And for those naysayers who are like, oh, well, you just haven't done ketovore. You just haven't done keto carnivore. Yes, I have, bitch. I've done that too. I'll maintain kind of on ketovore, but if there's no fasting component for me, I do not lose weight. Period. Period. And honestly, it even has to be more hardcore than OMAD. Like if I want to just maintain, I have to do something like alternate day keto, like eating every 48 hours and keeping it really low carb. That's just who I am. That is just my body. Okay, it sucks, but here we are. It could be worse. Okay, so the problem with carnivore meat is great and everything. I'm not downplaying meat. I advocate for animal based, okay, and clean. Yes, fatty meat should be like the cornerstone of your diet. Yeah, they freak out if you say fasting and they're like, please rephrase that or I need to delete this comment. Bitch, fuck you. Anyway, it's like that thing where they're just it's gaslighting because they're like, your lived experience does not matter. You were not carnivore hard enough. And I'm like, go back and look at my posts because I've been on here for 10 fucking years. Actually, uh 12 and a half. So yeah. Anyway, um, sorry. It really makes me mad. Also, I'm having a day. Uh so what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I don't remember what oh yeah, so meat. Fatty meat should be the cornerstone of your diet. However, you can overeat protein and then your liver converts it to glucose and then you might as well have eaten carbs. So like you really need to emphasize the fat. And another problem is that they don't acknowledge the problem with polyunsaturated fatty acids, particularly linoleic acid in commercially raised, really all in the US, chicken and pork. That's a whole other video. So anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. I'm going to keep this short-ish. I just wanted you guys to know that if you build to 72s, you are more likely to be successful at 72s. You need to start with ketosis. That is non-negotiable. It was going to help you so much if you're just starting trying to do this. 70 Hello. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody tried to call me. Yeah, so if you're starting 72s, get into ketosis and then build up. Start with intermittent fasting, build up to 24, 48, 72 to a few of each. You're just going to have like such a much better time. I hope that this has been helpful. Do leave me questions. I think that was a question on YouTube. Leave me questions, Facebook, Patreon, YouTube, and I will try to answer them if I haven't, or I can direct you to where they're already answered. Thank you, Victoria. I am glad you found my videos. Everyone have a wonderful day. If you haven't subscribed to me on Patreon, it's patreon.com/primalweightloss. If you are a subscriber, we are doing a free guided rolling 72s clinic. You can still jump in. So jump in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.